Hello, everybody. Welcome to yet another episode of
Random Rants.
Random Rants. Okay, sorry, I slipped into Malayalam. Wait, that's a very good accidental slip actually,
Uh-huh.
because today's topic is
Today's topic is
communication.
communication.
Communication. Okay, so what do we think about communication? What's coming to mind when you're thinking about communication?
That it can be tricky.
I get that. I really get
I
that.
know. I
These
know.
days, sometimes I feel like, oh my god, I have written it with the best intention, with the best thought, with the best care, and how do you say, love. And how was it
Best
that
intention, you
best
mean?
intention?
Yeah.
And how was it that people get the completely opposite meaning? You understand? It's very confusing in my mind. So when
Mm-hmm.
we talk about communication, we also need to understand that it's not only about the person who's communicating, but it's also about the person receiving the communication. So you have to think about like
Mm-hmm.
these two sides
Mm-hmm.
of that thing, and maybe also the channel. How is that
Mm-hmm.
happening? Yeah. uh, some things when we talk about communication.
Some things when you talk about communication,
Mhm.
so
Music, that is also communication, right? The music that we put, we are making ourselves listen, and every music, it gives us a kind of
message.
vibration,
Yeah, okay.
message, mood, feeling, or being, or a state. If I'm listening to Palapalli, this is my aura, this is my,
Mm. Mm.
you understand,
Yeah.
vibe.
Yeah.
Vibe, exactly. So even music has that thingy, because when we are listening to it,
Mm.
we become that vibe. It can pull us.
Yeah.
That is also a sort of communication, right? So because
Mm-hmm.
there is
Mm-hmm.
something that is communicating,
Uh,
and the other who is receiving the communication. And in this case, I think even it's a beautiful thing when you actually like that song, or you're resonating again, when you resonate with it, because then it's a
yeah.
pleasant experience.
I think I saw a picture somewhere where somebody said when I'm sad I listen to this song, when I'm angry I listen to this song, when I'm frustrated I listen to this song, when I'm sleepy I listen to this song, when I'm all so they have a list of songs
Mm-hmm.
which will communicate to them or share
Mm-hmm.
the energy
Mm-hmm.
depending on their mood, and they have different
Wow.
songs.
Yeah, I'll share a secret with you. So, as an actor, I write monologues or
Mm,
themes or character dialogue scripts
mm,
for myself, like for
mm,
mono
mm,
acts and things like that. So what sometimes I do is like, if I need to get the script, I need to get the feeling.
mm,
I need to be in that persona.
mm,
Then I can write as that person,
mm,
that Ayer girl. And there was a drama I did it
mm,
when I was in IIT Delhi.
mm,
About suicide, actually, long story.
mm,
But so what I did was, I was like, I needed a song, I needed a song. And then
mm,
I remembered there was a song that worked for me.
mm.
It was actually Feel of Love,
Ah, yeah, okay,
yeah,
okay.
from Madrasi Patnam.
Mm,
So I played that,
mm,
and I'd be like, I was a little blah 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 blah. It'll just flow. You
yeah,
understand?
yeah.
Because then you're in that mood, you're in
Mm,
that pace, you're in
mm,
that being,
mm,
and that's also a form of communication that
mm,
which we are giving to
mm,
ourselves.
mm, mm,
Today, actually, I think this topic came when we were observing
mm. The birds.
the birds. Thank you.
Yeah,
Because it felt like they were having some kind of good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
yeah,
Today we have an evening news.
yeah,
Did you see that
yeah,
giant man in the I don't know, whatever?
yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
understand?
yeah, yeah.
It's some kind of like a gossip thing happening, or like they're sharing their experiences, or what do you think?
Yeah, what happened on the day? It might be like, what? How was your day? Kind of a conversation,
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah.
And then they flew out together, but yeah, there was definitely some conversation.
Yeah, somehow when the birds did that, I was trying to imitate them just to understand like the
Mm,
tune or the frequency thingy. So it's like da-da-na, da-da-na. And then I was like, hey, this even sounds like Nagamis. Um, ഭക്ഷണം കഴിച്ചെന്നല്ലോ എന്തോ ഞാനാ കഴിച്ച there is a Nagamis Assamese thingy. I don't know. Papa, Mama, please help me here. But it has that sing-song tone thingy to it. Even to that language. Our language in the tala and tune and parille. So even the language had that kind of tune rhythm to it. Some Indian languages I think have that and it's very beautiful. But I was also thinking there is a hill tribe which has this
Oh yeah, the clicking,
language,
the clicking.
the clicking language. No, the hill
That's
tribe had the whistling language, but there was also
the
the clicking language.
yeah.
So even those kind of thingies and not like really words coming out mouth, but then again define words. Who is to say that the clickety thing is not word, but this is word? You understand? Like anything that can help the other person, information
Yeah.
or feelings about the other person or anganta some attributes, that's it, right?
Yeah, actually, sometimes when you hear a foreign language, let's say if you hear in Chinese or something, for you it will just like high pitched sound, and that sound it could be just like music. You may not understand anything. So then, if you connect it to birds, you might find it's just random noises. But for birds, it might actually be a proper grammatical and syntax and some proper language. You never know.
Oh, I like that. I like the way you put that. It's beautiful. Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah. And for them, our thing could be just like random noise. And like, what are these people even saying? They're just making noise. How do they even talk? You never know. You never know.
I really like that. I hope you all understood what he was trying to say, but it was really that is actually nice. I was even thinking. We are having this weeks long birthday celebration for our daughter, little one. So there are some banners hung in our room. We can see our. So if you see behind, you can see a glimpse of our home later. But then there are these banners, beautiful golden triangular banners. And then I was thinking, hey, who decide these things have to be triangular? Why can't it be rectangular? Why can't it be string? Why can't it be strings? Why does it have to be this piece? What is banner? And then I started thinking of kurtola. Maybe if you can, please comment below what a kurtola looks like. All the Malayalis in the group, my YouTube family. If you know what a kurtola looks like, put it in the message below. But kurtola, the hanging banners, or like it's also a part of man showing this is who I am, or this is what my kingdom looks like, or it's some kind of an external communication again, right? That's also communication. How you dress, what you're wearing, what you how you accessorize, how you behave, how your body posture, your eye contact, your smile, your the
Yeah,
actual
that
wrinkles,
the whole body language thing.
the energy, everything.
Yeah.
Everything is a form of communication. Oh, the lights change, the sound change. Universe, what are you trying to do? So basically, that's the other thing. So in the beginning, it was all about how can you control life. But at some point of time, you'll realize you cannot control life. Universe already has a plan. The maximum you can do is you can influence, but you can only influence by things in your influence, meaning you can try to think positive, be positive, do positive things, wish positive, dream positive, like you can do all those things so that there is a chance that you can be something, influence. Yeah. It's like your Venus in which house? First house. Where is your Venus?
Oh, I forgot where my Venus is.
Forgot, but it's a nice Venus position.
Okay.
I think even first house. It could also be if used positively.
Yeah,
it's a very nice
Venus
thing.
in first house.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
But maybe last few years you were using it in a negative way. So it's all possible, and even our birth chart, everything is sort of communicating to us.
So there is some truth in the fact that if you look at all your astrological methods, can already give you an indication of the kind of person you are, or you would be, or will answer some of the questions on how you act or behave or things you do. and also how your life will pan out, it can give a pretty clear picture. Of course, you need to be properly skilled, so depends on if it comes from a skilled person or not. But the science, there is something, some meaning to it.
Yeah, but I feel the same kind of information is also communicated through our DNA.
Mm,
Like the very fact that we can do a DNA analysis of a person
mm,
million years of years back,
mm,
like, and kind of get a feeling for, oh, what could that person's eye color
mm,
be or
mm,
hair color be. That's amazing.
mm,
That's a completely different level of communication.
mm,
Years and years
mm,
of uh, message
mm,
encoded in that DNA strand.
mm,
That's different,
mm,
completely different level of communication. Songs, I was thinking a lot of these traditional songs, when you actually sing them, you're like, ah, that doesn't even make sense, or hey, that is so old. But that's because the song is old.
mm,
Yeah, and many of these songs have survived. I was thinking, I know Margangali song.
mm,
Yeah, and the thing is, I used to even love singing.
mm,
I'm a dancer,
mm,
I can dance,
mm,
but I was like, I was so intrigued by
mm,
the
mm,
song.
mm,
I was very excited about that opportunity to
mm,
sing. And then I was like thinking, that song has words or dialogues or meanings or
mm,
phrases
mm,
that doesn't make any sense right
mm,
now.
mm,
That's because it was made somewhere very close to the arrival of St. Thomas.
mm,
Yeah, which is like 2000 years back.
mm,
So that is a kind of Malayalam that we do not use today.
mm,
But because the song or the art form of Margangali survived, we can hear that words, right? For me, these kind of things are like fascinating.
mm.
What do you think?
That makes sense. A lot of the messages from the past survived because it is written in the form of songs or acts. So you have no other way but to perform it exactly like that. If it's a story, you can get interpreted differently. It can change, but a song is sung in a particular manner with particular lyrics always. So
Ooh, I like that. That's a bit more foolproof, you mean?
yeah, it's more foolproof. Yeah, you cannot change it. The lyrics, the lyrics.
Jack and Jill went up the hill. There
Eh,
is no doubt about it.
no, exactly.
Yeah.
That baby shark, daddy shark. It has to be like that. It's the same. It's everywhere. It's here. It's in Africa. It's in America. It's in China. Everywhere is a baby shark. Do, do, do. It's the same. You can't change the lyrics.
Okay, I was even thinking like Iya's birthday. So every year we have a theme.
Mm.
And this year the theme was Egypt. So somehow she was fascinated by all this Egypt, pyramids, and Cleopatra and all that. I'm also fascinated by it, by the way. So that's actually one common interest we share, Boko. If you go on business trips or something, if it's just the two of us, we actually watch a lot of this National Geographic kind of things together. We both love it, or at least Dawn of Dinosaurs. Da, 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 da,
So
da.
these are series on Curiosity Stream.
Free advertisement. Sorry.
Right, just a mention. We get no money from them, but okay. So Curiosity
La,
Stream
la, la,
is
la.
a
I think we understand you. If you have some time, we would love to listen to you.
okay. They're listening. You got audience. You're saying.
Sorry, ADHD. Some people have said, I had asked people this question: if I were an animal, who am I? Some people said squirrel.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Chirp, chirp, you're the bird. Oh, the distraction. Okay, communication. Yeah. So Egypt was the theme this time, and we actually printed out like "Happy Birthday, Eleanor."
Mm.
1 second, I think they're trying to contact me. What are you trying to say? I really have no clue how to talk about it. You'll have to explain from scratch. Do they have a nest inside the tree, maybe?
Could be, no? I think they do. I think they do.
So beautiful. Sorry.
Yeah, or they've come home.
Distracted.
They've come home.
I think we should. So beautiful.
Oh, there's a nest.
Thank you, universe, for
There's a
showing
nest.
us this love nest. So beautiful, so much love. Thank you. Okay, that was a beautiful moment. So we were saying we had done happy birthday Eleanor and Egyptian hieroglyphics.
Hieroglyphics, I
And
think,
I was
yeah.
like, they probably thought, ah, if we use pictures, it's a bit more foolproof.
Yeah.
Like most of the time, I'll be very very honest with you. Most of the time, if I'm telling Bogo, can you get me that long thing with to do the curries because I can see the process, I can visualize it, I can draw it, but I'm having trouble to say spoon
Spoon or
or
ladle.
ladle or ladle
Ladle,
or
yeah.
whatever. But these days, after 10 years of living together, by the time I say white long thing or whatever,
Yeah.
whatever I refer to in my own
Yeah.
visualized form,
Yeah.
or even sometimes a song or
Yeah.
I remember that party, this thing, that
Yeah.
thing,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
that thingy thingy of that this thingy thingy.
Mm.
But that's also communication, right? Because it's you trying to think about how would Iku think.
Mm. Mm.
For her, that word is difficult, but for
Mm.
her, that visual thing
Mm.
is easy.
Mm.
So she would be thinking of it in this way.
Mm. Mm.
And so it's also about tuning
Mm.
yourself to
Mm.
actually receive the other party.
Mm.
And I think most of the times, what's happening, me included,
Mm.
I'm also guilty about this, is that when somebody is communicating, even now maybe, I think you're more focused on saying, wait, that's wrong, this is correct, that's almost right, hey, that's wrong. That judgmental
That's
thingy.
what you want to respond.
You want to respond to Ava,
Mm.
but I think most of the time it's actually judgmental.
Mm.
It's a very common thing. That's what I'm saying, me included.
Mm.
And that judgment can be also that, oh, they are right and I am wrong.
Mm.
But that judgment can be also that, oh, who are you to talk to me like that?
Mm.
Or that judgment can also be that,
Mm.
what is wrong with you, or such an idiot, or like there's some kind of a mental
Mm.
chatter going
Mm.
when we interact with each other.
Mm.
Oh, we should stop that.
Mm.
And sometimes we'll be like, okay, that person is giving me a lot of trouble.
Mm.
Yeah, I actually send a mail saying, please forgive me, I'm sorry.
Mm.
I actually send the mail.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mm.
I'm not saying I had to do it
Mm.
because you know what I have done, what has happened.
Mm.
Yeah,
Mm.
but if I do not forgive, if I keep that grudge or anger or irritation, I'm taking my vibration uh, below love,
Mm.
and that's not good. It's going to a lower
Mm.
vibration. So you communicating in that sense is also you actually becoming a bigger person to communicate that kind of soothing unconditional love to somebody else. Because sometimes communication is also through energy, and whatever energy we are giving to another person, that person might pass it. So if you're giving a wrong or negative energy, that person might pass it, and that doesn't help anybody. So maybe other people have given you a lot of negative energy, but once it reaches you, act like a bridge or a filter or a quality manager, basically saying, stop, wait, I will only let the correct ones pass, or you understand, and all the wrong ones should be already
Filtered out.
yeah, filtered out. But somehow, yeah, so we have to go there, but we will go there. And I think the first step is already identifying and yeah, like forgiving or forgetting or being the bigger person wherever you can. Just think, yes, maybe in human terms I'm stepping down, but spiritually I am going to try my best to keep things love and above. I will sacrifice to my best to keep things love and above.
That's very sweet.
I don't know why I told that to you. No, sorry.
No, you're not telling me, right? You're just openly sharing a message. You're communicating.
Maybe that's a good example.
Yeah.
But the point is, if I did not do that, this weekend would my weekend would also be ruined, right?
Mm,
You understand? So there's no point
mm,
in keeping that grudge. Wherever you can,
mm, mm,
stay love and above.
mm,
Stay love and above. So through this entire chapter of communication, my main point was to communicate to you through examples and stories and direct words. Stay love and above. Communication matters.
mm.
What do you think of the topic?
No, it makes sense. It makes words can hurt as well,
Mm,
so it needs to be used
mm,
cautiously,
mm,
and also how a person hears and understands a message
mm,
depends a lot on how that person perceives. Yeah, so it depends a lot on how the person has grown up, or how the person understand it, or what the biases are.
mm,
So one particular sentence could be understood multiple ways by different people from different backgrounds.
mm.
So communication is something that needs to be taken very seriously.
Yeah, yeah, and the same sentence when you type it out in a chat or in a mail, or when
Mm.
versus when you're actually
Without a context,
saying it
yeah.
or putting in a slide without a context, that can also lead to a lot of
Mm.
misinterpretations. La.
Mm.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Yeah.
But if you are aware of it, then you'll understand. Oh, okay. Now I get how you understood my message, and that's not what I. So you have a
Mm,
chance to correct it.
mm.
Otherwise,
So,
otherwise you'll make your own judgment as to why is this person, why does
mm,
this person have to behave this way? I just only said this.
so don't make assumptions.
Yeah, don't make assumptions.
Mm, that's a good
Understand
point.
that misunderstanding, misinterpreting a message is common.
Mm.
It's not your fault. It's not their fault. It's just a fact. It just
Yeah,
happens.
yeah, yeah. But for me, that struggle has been really, really difficult, especially with this. I think it's that for me, things are very black and white,
Mm,
and that gray, it really irks me, or
mm,
it causes
mm,
that
mm,
helplessness in me. Like I feel very,
mm,
I don't know how to explain. Like it's a very ugly feeling,
mm,
like suffocated almost, like
mm,
I can't breathe. That's when the
mm,
panic
mm,
starts, you know. So sorry, I have to dance.
mm. So yeah, stay love and above.
What were we talking about? Sorry.
No, so it was communication and the fact that you need to stay love and above.
Yeah. So the thing is, you also need to understand that maybe it is going to be difficult for other people to understand who you are. Try to change whatever you can, but beyond that, so like for example, there are people who love my energy in
Mm,
presentations, and
yeah.
there are one or two people who said the negative has too much energy. Yeah,
Mm, mm,
but there were places where I really tried to bring
mm,
my
mm,
energy down
mm,
listening to
mm,
it, and I felt very, I lost my confidence.
mm, mm,
So I think it's also a matter about, is it listening to other people's feedback versus being who you are,
be the authentic
the
self.
authentic self. Because I feel
Mm,
like there is some kind of a true magnet kind of thingy of who
mm,
you are,
mm,
and also uh, what you're getting in the, like what you're attracting.
mm,
And if there is that misconnect, your body will feel it, your
mm,
mind will feel
mm,
it, your soul will feel it, your
mm,
entire vibe will feel it.
mm,
So that is also communication.
mm, mm,
Whether you are knowing it or not, your mind,
mm,
your soul
mm,
versus your body, all these three things are
mm,
also communicating with each
mm,
other somehow. And it'll start affecting. Like
mm,
when we are going through a terrible
mm,
phase, like
mm,
it'll really start affecting our body.
mm,
But when we come out of that phase,
mm,
they're going to, oh my god,
mm,
we are going to, yeah, we are going to build our body, we are going to sharpen our mind, we are going to listen to our soul, we are
mm,
going to be the best version of ourselves. Then that energy is not draining,
mm,
and then that mismatch doesn't happen. So it's also, think
mm,
about it like a sensor signals
mm,
thingy.
mm,
That's also this kind of communication
mm,
within ourselves.
mm.
So be true to yourself. That's
Mm.
the other message.
All
And
right.
that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
So stay love and about.
All right. Take care. Bye bye.